To shoot my old lady. Caught her messing around town. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Yukai Yang, who was a chemistry major, 22 years old, chemistry major at Lehigh University, which is in Pennsylvania. I live in Philadelphia, up in Allentown. I've been to Allentown just a couple times. So he's going to be charged, or he's being charged with homicide and aggravated assault, I believe, and other charges. He's being accused of poisoning his roommate at Lehigh University. He was already found guilty. I don't know if he got charged for that, of like posting sort of racist graffiti against his roommate. His roommate is African American. But now, after they've investigated some, and he was just charged on the 20th, or arrested on the 20th. I think he turned himself in for this. You know, they've been investigating. He's allegedly poisoned him with something called thallium, and thallium is a toxic metal that is a colorless, odorless, tasteless, and can be fatal if consumed. And this happened over a period of months. I think it began back in February of last year. He was arrested, and the incident with I don't know if he was arrested. The incident with the graffiti, the racist graffiti, was back in April of 2018. So I guess it would be February of 2018 when this all began. So initially, Mr. Royal, the person Juwan Royal, the African American roommate, he was shocked. He thought they got along. He thought they were like friends. And it's hard to fully understand. I think he initially told the police that he bought this he had purchased this because they came to learn that in their investigation. He purchased this to harm himself if he didn't do well in school, something like that. And I think maybe he initially claimed that the other student, Juwan Royal, basically consumed foods and drinks that he poisoned and that he was going to eat or drink himself if he did poorly in school. I'm paraphrasing. That may not be exactly right. But the first instance where Juwan drank water that he instantly felt like a burning in his mouth, in his tongue, he woke up his roommate, Yukai Yang, and told him about it. And they both went to the bathroom to like wash out his mouth and stuff like that. I don't know if Yukai Yang seemed to like help him, like what's wrong, or and I don't think Juwan Royal at that point realized that that his roommate allegedly was trying to poison him, or if it was just like I don't know if thought he ate the wrong food and it was meant for his own self. I don't know if that was even discussed. Who knows? So it is obviously unusual. So, and that's the dude right there, Yukai Yang. And the other individual is pictured here in the Heavy.com piece, but I'm not going to show it because it's not pictured anywhere else. I think he wants his privacy, I guess. I'm pretty sure, even though his name is reported in all the reports. So, former Lehigh University student from China is accused of slowly poisoning his roommate by contaminating his milk and other drinks with dangerous chemicals. I believe it was food as well. Mouthwash. His mouthwash was reportedly changed different color. I guess he just slowly started to figure this out. And he had physical symptoms, and it can be fatal if it's taken in large enough doses or over time, whatever. Yukai Yang was charged on December 20th with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and other charges. The Northampton County, Pennsylvania District Attorney's Office announced that attempted murder over at they call it homicide. Over at the was charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault, simple assault, and reckless endangerment. So. Back over here, because they give a little bit more detail at theheavy.com. The 22-year-old Yang was previously arrested in April on charges that he wrote racial slurs on his roommate's belongings. His now former roommate, Juwan Royal, is black. Yang is facing racial intimidation charges in that case, but Royal also had been feeling ill for several months and told police something suspicious was happening. Investigators said they found that Yang had been poisoning Royal with thallium. This was over a period of time with small amounts of poisoning occurring. District Attorney John Morganelli said at a press conference that Royale woke up Yang and told him what happened. All right, so this is the first incident. Yukai Yang is accused of poisoning his roommate, Joel Royale, over several months. According to the prosecutors, the first incident was in February 2018 when Royale drank from a water bottle in his room and felt burning sensation in his mouth. District Attorney John Morganelli said at a press conference that Royale woke up Yang and told him what happened. They went to the bathroom together and Royale rinsed out his mouth. Royale said Yang told him, "So the substance that they are putting in your drink is colorless, odorless, and dissolves in water." Royale told police his mouth and tongue were sore for a few days after the incident. So at that point, he's saying he's trying to help him, and he's saying somebody else is poisoning your food. Crazy. That's what it sounds like there. Royale called police and said he believed someone was tampering with his items in his room on March 18th. January, February, March. So the next month. He said the milk in his fridge and his mouthwash had changed color. On March 29th, he told police he became sick. During that incident, he was vomiting and shaking and went to a local hospital for treatment. After the racist graffiti incident, Royale reported the February incident to police and submitted blood to be tested. His blood tested positive for the toxic metal thallium with 3.6 micrograms per liter, above the safe toxicity level. He began treatment for thallium poisoning. So thallium, according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, thallium is a tasteless and odorless and has been used by murderers as difficult to detect poison. It is found in trace amounts in the Earth's crust. Thallium is not produced in the United States since 1984, but is imported for the use in manufacturing of electronics, low temperature thermometers, optical lenses, imitation precious jewels. It also has use in some chemical reactions and medical procedures. The thallium was used historically as a rodenticide, but has since been banned in the United States due to its toxicity from accidental exposure. Thallium can be absorbed into the blood by inhalation, ingestion, and skin contact. Ingestion is an important route of exposure. So, but it says tasteless and odorless, but at least it, I guess, has no taste, but it burns your mouth. Anyways, I mean, that's pretty much the story there. It's just like, it's crazy, obviously. And what the motive is like, why? Why were you, because apparently they seem to get along. Like, Joel thought they were friends. And like when he went and got him for help to wake him up to say, my mouth's burning. And he's telling him, like, somebody, that this is what they put in your food to poison you, like somebody else. Like they were together. It's crazy. All right, so Yang allegedly mixed the chemicals into his roommate's food, drinks, and mouthwash. Royale became ill multiple times in March, and his symptoms, which include dizziness, shaking, and vomiting, became progressively worse. Yang was confronted about Royale's sickness in a follow-up interview in May, a month after he was separately charged with ethnic intimidation, institutional vandalism, and criminal mischief. He admitted purchasing various chemicals with the intent of harming himself if he did poorly on exams, and told police he mixed them in foods and drinks stored in their shared refrigerator. Prosecutor said the Lehigh University Police Department has worked closely with the District Attorney's Office on the investigation, will continue to do so. Talks about their concern about the safety of their students, etc. So basically, he claimed he was putting in his own food. I think that might have been, what he the story he came up with and to explain it. But he was saying he put in his own food that he was possibly going to use it on himself if he did bad on his exams. And that's the story there, man. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I will see you in the next video. I'm going down to shoot my old lady. Caught her messing around town. Later, man.